Probably put my mic over. We're back. We're live. We're doing the things again. My life is officially back to normal. So we're gonna hit 2025 with a stride with game dev. Only a month late, but we're here. It's just busy. The holidays, it kind of threw the schedule off a bit. And then I had the holidays. Then I had my vacation that we took after the holidays. Then I had a Warhammer thing that I did after that vacation. So I technically had 2 vacations this month. So I've been a busy man. But we're back. My webcam's not pointing all over the place. I don't remember what at all we were doing. I know I streamed intermittently here and there. I think I streamed once like 2 weeks ago. Something like that. I don't remember what we were doing. Let me make sure all my audio's working. The music might be a little loud, but that's fine. Let's turn it down a smidge. Let's do that. All right. I don't remember what I was doing at all in the slightest. I knew I was doing some of this stuff with this tile map. I might have been started doing some art. Who knows? Spectre. You're locked. That's why. There we go. Let me... Can I... Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, I need one with a script on it just so I can pull a Visual Studio. You know what I need to do? Go to the old Twitter. Now at, let me grab my channel. Do that. Cool. Hashtag indie game dev. Hashtag indie games. Hashtag indie dev. I don't know how to Twitter. Let's grab all this stuff. Let's post that out. Let's head over to Blue Sky because I got one of those too. Oh, I didn't go to the right. There we go. Blue Sky. Am I logged in? I am logged in. All right, cool. Home. All right, new post. Drop that bad boy in there. Post that up. Cool. All of my social medias have been updated, guys. Oh yeah, I have a TikTok. All right, as always, there we go. There's the link tree to my socials. I got Twitter. I got Blue Sky. I've got YouTube. I got here. I got TikTok and Instagrams that I barely update. We're gonna do better about that. It's 2025, new year, new me, all that garbage. Cool. All right, stuff's in the way. Visual Studio is up. Unity is up. My notification went out on my Discord. That is cool. And then hold on. It's Dennis. Let's do this. After don't clear, save. There we go. Okay, cool. Cool. We are set. All right, let's run this and see where we're at. I think all I had going last time was I got the generation working, which looks like it is the case. That's a weird generator. Why is it? Oh, no. Okay, that's right. Okay, what I want to know then is, am I loading correctly? Scene. There we go.
Venom_Adele just followed.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Why can't I see? I couldn't understand the name when it said it. My screen was too tiny to see. But yeah, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Okay, cool. That does load correctly. I gotta add a loading screen in there and everything, but that works. What is the plan today? Not sure what the plan is today.
They are cooking. If more cook like that.
No, Twitch, don't do that. I was trying to go somewhere else. Venom Doll, that was your username. Thanks for the follow. How you doing? I'm gonna tell you a heads up, like that's not how we do things here. I'm more than willing to give you a look or check out on Twitter, but generally we don't do like sell for advertisements on the chat. All right, what were we working on last time? Got this random. I don't know what this is. I'm just going to update panel settings to add. I'm just going to push that in. There are no changes to commit. Oh, shoot. My GitHub doesn't appear on screen. That's why. Okay, there we go. Now we're again. So we're working on the forest level generation, which technically we're done, but I think I need to get the art from the old build. Oh, I'm not logged in. Come on. All right. Here. Drag this over. Why? Okay, I just need to pull the art from the old repo when we were still on Godot. Oh, that's right. Okay, let's go in here. There we go. All this art is kind of crappy and I don't want to use it, but we can do it for the time being. All right, let's just go ahead and download this folder off my GitHub. I can download just the folder, right? Why can't I just download the folder? I can download the files, or files individually. Why can't I do the folder? All I want is the folder. Honestly, it doesn't even matter if you guys can see this. I'm going to pop it over here. I don't think there's anything in here that's you guys can't see. Why can't I download this? I don't want to pull the entire repo. I mean, I guess I can pull the entire repo if I have to, but that's... All right, apparently I'm just going to pull the entire repo, whatever. So add clone repository from here. Let's grab you. Cool. Swap back over to this guy. I should have the art that I need now. All right, what is this? That's Army Crate. I've got that guy. There's just some like crappy trees that I want to grab. Oh, that opened it in A Sprite. Okay, that's cool. Oh, I just did grab it. Where's my forest? That's not what I want. Or Atlas. Okay, fine. Let's go into here. Maybe it's in the... Oh, God. I don't even remember how this was sorted back. Oop. You guys know? Oh, because it flipped over the A Sprite. There we go. All right. Core. POIs. Army camp. That's not quite what I'm looking for. Levels. Forest. Sprite sheets. There we go. Okay, let's pull this guy over. Where's that dev folder? Because I'm not going to permanently use these guys, but I need... All right. So what happens when you don't touch a project in a month? You forget where you saved anything. Texture. Oh, it's in textures. Okay, dev. Let's just bring this guy in, and let's bring this guy in for now. And then we need to 16 sprite mode, blah, 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 points. None on that. Apply all that stuff. If we go into the sprite editor, that all looks fine. That's not cut like exactly correctly, but I don't see why this would be an issue either. Okay, so then what we need to do then is in the, not the forest generator. We're going to need a, okay, so we're going to need a serialized field because just to make this public. And we'll write this in a way that I can just drag and swap these sprites anyway that need to be done. The only awkward thing is we'll run this for now. What types are these? That is a sprite. Okay. So what's going to get awkward is where the origin point is. these. I don't know. It's like, I'm not going to call it terrain. There's, what do I want to call it? Because there's trees, bushes, rocks, environment, I guess. Let's just do that. We can change the name later. And this is actually going to be a list. Forget if I can do this. We need to go back to the devs. Yep. We gotta go back over. Oh, wrong thing. Scenes. That's this one. Oh, nope, that's the right one. Okay, level, generator, environment is a list. Okay, so if I go in here, grab you to you. Oh, shoot. Okay. Block you. Oh, come on. Really? That's how we have to do this. Okay, so I need... Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Just... Oh, I can do that right there. 13. Okay, so you into there. I actually immediately know I'm not going to want to do this way because I want to have a different distribution of trees and stuff. So I don't want it to be like even, but what are you? Why are every single one of you a... Let's just start with that for now. Make sure these are drawing the way that I was kind of hoping they would do. Generate map. Let's just do something arbitrary, like for I, or int I equals 0, I less than, let's just say like 1,000, I plus plus. We're gonna do or sprite. Is it sprites that I want to do? Maybe we'll see. Sprite equals new sprite, or no, instantiate. No, that's not right. What do we want this to be? The object. Okay, yeah, so I do want a sprite. Oh yeah, I can't instantiate it like that. Oh, how do I do this again? Do I really have to make a game object just for this? Annoyingly, I might have to, and I don't want to. What's the good way to do this? Internet help. I can create a new game object and attach a sprite renderer to it. I could do that. Game object. This isn't gonna work either, though. That's the problem. DJ equals new game object, because it's still gonna complain. Okay. J dot add component sprite renderer. Then so ob j dot get component sprite renderer dot what's that gonna have? Let me just add a game object in here, and so oh, you're locked. That's why. All right, sprite renderer. That's sprite. Okay. Equals. And then we're gonna do a equals. Environment. Let's just say 0 for now. Make sure that that straight up does it. And then obj.transform equals, you know, let's make this a way smaller number. Equals new vector 2, no, vector 3, sorry. Let's just hard code like that for now. Transform.position. There we go. Does that at least spawn a tree for me? That's all I want. That does spawn a tree for me. Cool. You're definitely gonna need a reference though to yeah, we're gonna definitely want a reference to like an actual like folder though. So I won't add it. Let's just okay. So let's get rid of the sprite renderer on this guy because we don't need it. We're gonna reset your position to 0. Call you terrain. Private. Let's just call game object terrain. Oops. Container. So then what we can do is after we generate the thing, we can call it terrain container dot add child or transform dot add. Oh, do I have to do it this way? obj.transform dot set parents. Terrain container dot transform. What's the false do? World position stays. I think I want that to be true. Can I just like not, can I just omit that and just pretend it doesn't exist? I can't. All right, we're just gonna pretend that doesn't exist. I don't know what it does offhand. I'm too lazy to look. Okay. So the one thing we will have to do now, is we're gonna have to address the whole not drawing behind it thing. And we're gonna need to. I'm gonna have to put some sort of collider on it, so that way when behind it, it like goes transparent. We'll do this one step at a time. This also did not make it apparent of that. That's because I didn't set it. Terrain container. Let's drop you in there. Let's save that off. Okay, yeah, now that's putting it in the right folder. We're drawing a whole ton of these guys, but that's fine. Cool. So what we need to do now is add a sprite renderer back to this guy because I want to see order in layer. Get component sprite layer sprite render dot order sorting order equals okay, because everything's being drawn down, which means if how did I do this? I think I did this in the player at one point. Maybe in the character. Let's check the character. No, I do not. Maybe I'm just not. Oh god, I gotta rewrite some of this stuff so badly. I don't think I'm handling it. Okay. Oh, no. I spend all day at work using Visual Studio Code. And then I forget my freaking keyboard shortcuts. Control comma, there we go. Sorting. Oh, it's here. Okay. Sprite sorting order. That is something that, okay, so that's something that's not been sorted out yet. Okay, so everything, so like when I go into here, save this off, you'll see that, there we go. Everything is negative. Which is annoying because the sorting layers are going to be... I think I did start working this out once and didn't know how to handle this. Okay, so let's set the sorting layer to -1. And my player sorting is going to be 0. And that puts me on top. You know, for simplicity's sake, okay, we don't need the loop for now. That's making some of this more complicated than it needs to be. We're going to draw exactly one tree. Okay, so we got exactly one tree. That tree's sorting layer is -1, and the player's sorting layer is 0, which makes sense. So if I make this now +1, it should flip. which it does. Okay. So what I need to do then is, since everything, because I was going to base off the Y value, but the problem is everything's drawing down. So negative, I think I can just use the transform. So if I do obj.transform.position.y. Oh, the sorting order is an integer, though. That's annoying. Because I did this in Godot. This is how I handled it. Is I literally just took its Y position and I made that the sorting order, and it was able to handle. Because that could cause some weirdness to happen when things are getting truncated. Because if I got something at like 6.5 and like 6.7, they're both going to get truncated to 6. And cause weirdness to happen potentially, which I don't want to have happen. Yeah, sorting order is an integer. That is annoying. How do I want to handle that? That's not what I was expecting. Internet help. Unity. Sorting layer as floats. Probably not a way for me to do this. Math after round to int transform position times 5 times -1. You know, I think this is an example of I'm just gonna do it and then see. And just see what happens. I might be just overthinking it. Oh, that's wrong. Thought it was convert to int. Round to int, I guess. I guess if I do rounding, it's going to make the likeliness of it happening ever so slightly less, I guess. Okay, so the annoying thing though is we actually got to go into the player. Updates. Where's update sprite called? In the update loop. Okay. So in here I can just go character sprite dot sorting order equals transform dot position, or no. It's gonna be math f dot round to come on, round to int transform dot position x.y. Come on, there we go. Where I put in there we go. Had to update a rule on my chat after something that just popped up. So I'm curious so the trees, the sorting order layer is 0. And the players sorting. Cool. Okay, so realistically we want, okay, so that's what cursor is. We need to be testing more in here. First things first, the tile map. Negative. This needs to be like the absolute bottom thing. So if I feel like if I just make this a huge number, that apparently 32,000. I don't think my levels will get bigger than that. Okay, so what we can do now then, since we've got that in place, let's bring back the for loop. Oops. Set this to like, let's set it to like 1,000, I guess. The positions are going to be weird because I can't see the position of any one tile, I think. How big is the map? 256. Okay. Actually, this might work out. I think I might have actually set up the tiles correctly. Okay. So we can do, I said can't kill this. There we go. It's gotta love when people hop in. Like there's some people that hop into chat sometimes. They're just so annoying when it's like immediately the ones that get me the most are they pop in, they start to have a conversation with you, and then hit you with the, by the way, I'm a graphic designer. And I'm like, no. The other ones that kill me are the, like, you popped in going, hey, I followed you. Can you follow me? Like, I'm totally, whenever, like, I'll be upfront. When people follow me, especially when I'm a small creator right now, so I have the ability to do this. I did gaming years ago and actually had like a decent following. And it got to the point where like, yeah, it was harder to do it. But with me being so small right now, like when I see follows, I'll check, like I'll check out the people that follow me and stuff like that. And a lot of times I do follow them back. But if you come into chat and go, hey, I followed you, can you follow me back? I'm immediately going to not do it. Like that's just how it is. Like I get it. We're all in this together. You know, we're all trying to grow, and I'm all totally want to like help other people grow because I want, people to help me grow and stuff like that. But like, I'm also not going around being like, hey, I followed you, follow me back. Like, it's not how that works. Especially when half the time too, I'll see people like the people that are doing that are also the people that are just doing like an indirect way of trying to get me to, contract them out to do, because they're graphic designers. One thing I realized I should do is probably set their position before I set their Okay, see that's the problem too. Is the origin point is whack. Because I probably want the origin point to be more right here. So that way I can hop out and be standing on top of the tree. And that's a matter of probably going in here and like, let's test like the green tree for the time being, right? If I go in here, let's open the sprite editor. Call this like 0.5. Weird. And then 0.15. That is like a place for a pivot, I guess. If you apply that. So now it's backwards though, because now when I break over that point, maybe I do actually. Okay, I do want to do the absolute value. So I do that and then come over here. ABS. Because the higher the sorting layer, like I think it comes up this way. So here I am behind the tree, behind the tree. Now I'm in front of the tree. Cool. And we'll be making futz with the where exactly that breakpoint is, because I also don't know where the we can fuck with the specifics at certain point at different points, but that works for now. So now we need to do a I need to put some sort of collider on it so that way I can go transparent when I'm behind it. Collider. Pop this up. Okay. And collider dynamically and matches sprites. So this is going to be, like, I can't just use the bounds of the sprite because the bounds of the sprite is the big box. I need to cut it in a little bit more. So this isn't going to work. Yeah, I don't want... Is this something I can cut in the sprite itself? Pivot, that says the pivot, normalized. Custom outline? Like, this could work. It doesn't have to be perfect. I do something like... Oops. Something like that. I probably want to... Yeah. Paste. Okay, that didn't do... Oh, darn it. Okay, hold on. There we go. Now you guys can see what I'm doing. I gotta get better at making sure that those windows are docked so you guys can see them. Generate. Put that here, here. Put that there. Bring you down here. Bring you about right there. Paste outline to sprite. That's not doing anything. Yeah, that didn't do anything. That's funny. If I'm moving in a direction and put the other way, it cancels out and they don't move. All right. I might have to actually make these like game objects just so I can have like the colliders on them, and I don't want to do that because that just creates so many more extra objects that I have to. But I mean, realistically, it's not actually a huge deal. I'm just lazy. That's the real thing. I just want to know why this custom outline, like, why does this not? Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Forgot to update one more spot that I gotta. All right. Is there a way? I guess I don't know what this outline tool does. Let me verify I actually know what this stupid thing does. Using sprite editor's custom outline option, edit the shape of the mesh. Unity runs the sprite texture on the custom outline editor, allows you to control points to create defined shape of mesh's outline by default on a rectangular mesh. So this does do what I thought it would do. But then why, how do I get it to apply? Because ideally, if I can get the custom shape to draw, then I could probably use the sprite bounds, maybe. Except I feel like it's still gonna go it probably will still do a rectangle, which is annoying. I think I got to make these custom objects, annoyingly. Which is fine. It's fine, because then I can make sure everything is... The problem is what makes this more difficult is the fact that I can't just drop in new assets, because I don't want to use these trees. I don't like these trees. So like if I were to add new trees, I couldn't just give it new sprite. That's why I want it to be dynamic. So that way I can just go, here's new sprites, and the code can just generate it. Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, that's really annoying. Pixel perfect, dynamic, trigger, boxes. Generate collision box to match pixel art through code. I also wonder, like, if I'm trying to do this pixel perfect, like pixel, because I found a tutorial to do pixel perfect, but I feel like that is not at all the correct way to go. There's a GitHub. Pixel Collider 2D CS. Oh, that, I don't know if this is going to do what I want it to do either. That's... I think we just got to do this the hard way and like manually create these things. Prefabs. Let's go into create folder, environment. Let's go into here. Let's create a new folder. This is gonna be forest. So what we're going to do is, let's get out of this thing. This is not what we wanted. Revert, let's just close that out of here. Don't care. Let me... Some meta. Okay. Added. Okay. Okay, cool. So what we want here is to do we need a sprite. Well, a square sprite for now. In this instance, the sprite is going to be a textures dev forest grab you level forest 0. Let's pop that bad boy in here. So the first thing I want to do is actually create an empty. And we're going to call this tree. Tree 01. We're going to drop that in there. We're going to call this the sprite. Now what I can do is move this guy up. Where are you at? Okay, let's zero this guy out so we can... Okay. Zero, zero, zero. Okay, so the problem is... What's the player? Player is at 0, 0. The tree is at 3, 0. That maths. Why does that make sense? Okay. Okay. Okay, whatever. We need to have I guess a polygon collider. What's an edge collider? Edge collider. Okay, it sounds like I actually want polygon collider, which I thought I saw in here. Polygon collider 2D. So I can edit this guy. Like there. Can I add? Okay, so I can add these to it. So there. I might have to edit this because it needs to be higher up. I just don't know where the player is actually going to trigger it. Is all. That's not horrendous. It looks terrible, but it's not horrendous. And we need a sprite that basically is going to be... What do I want to call this? What did I call it in the other? Let's... Or... Forest. Objects. Scene. Common decoration scenery. Duh. Create an ad. All right. It's gonna break this guy, which is fine. Oh, you did not put that even remotely where I wanted that to go. Scripts, common. Scenery, you're gonna go into scripts. You're gonna go into common. That's a little disorganized, but acceptable space for that to go. Okay, so we got the one tree with the ugly ass collider on it, but that's just kind of, I think that's just how it ended up being. That's fine. So I do want to open up this new script. Scenery. Which anything that's got scenery. Require component. Type of polygon collider 2D. So first things first. I can just do this and start. I don't even need to call it. So what's going to happen then is in the forest generator, we are no longer going to be creating a game object. That's just not a thing that's happening. Actually, none of this stuff is happening. For the time being, we are going to scenery equals instantiate environment dot 0. And then we're gonna do scenery dot transform dot set parent to environment container. What did I call that stupid thing? Terrain container. That's a bad name. We're gonna call it scenery container. We realized what the hell that thing's actually called. No, transform. Okay. So we're gonna instantiate it. And we go in here and we're gonna say that the private sprite, it's gonna have a sprite renderer, I believe. Yeah. Private sprite renderer. And we'll call this the renderer. So renderer is going to equal get component in children sprite renderer. And then the renderer order or sorting order layer is going to equal mathf.abs of mathf dot round to int of the transform dot position dot y. And I'm realizing now probably what we're going to want to do is actually take this out of the start and make it an actual method we call. Because so public void initialize. Because we need to create a we have to spawn it at a position and then tell it what to do. So vector 3, so it's going to take in a vector 3 position and game object parent. Because then, okay, so then what I can do is transform dot position equals position. You can do set or no, transform dot set parent as the parent dot transform. So it's gonna set the position. It's going to set its parent. I'm going to get its sprite renderer, set the sorting order based off of that. So then all I have to do here now is in the generator let's do position vector 3 position is going to equal a new of random dot range of 0 to map size x, random dot range, but it's going to be negative map size y 0, and then the last bit's going to be 0. So then all I got to do here is do scenery dot initialize, send it the position it's spawned at, and then the scenery container. Boom. So now if we come back over here, go to the level, grab that. We do not have a prefab of this yet. It's prefab environment forest. I'm gonna take this trio 1, drop that bad boy in here. Let's delete this guy, go to the level, tree, does that tree not have the script added to it? It does. There we go. Should be back to square one. One clone. It did it once in the middle of the map. Did it throw an error? Variable senior container has not been. Oh, okay. What did I? Ah. There we go. There we go. So now we got the trees. With their triggers not being called correctly. It's because this is supposed to be a... You know what? Just for the sake of, in case I screw something up. So we're gonna set the position. We're gonna get the private polygon collider. Because then also what we'll do is the collider is going to get component polygon collider, and then we're going to say the collider. Oops. Collider dot is trigger is set that to true. And then we're going to have to set up the event for when collider dot. I have to figure out how to, I gotta remember how to attach that in the on trigger enter 2D. Print enter tree on trigger exit 2D print exit tree. And we'll have to do things like check if it's the player, because I don't want the NPCs triggering the transparency, because that'll just give them away. Transparency is more to help the player see where the player is. I don't know why it's triggering twice. Unless the player has multiple. The player might have multiple, to be completely honest. Yeah, there's a detection component there. It actually might just have multiples. That shouldn't be an issue. We'll fix that if it... That's something I don't need to worry about right now. Okay. If collision dot oh god, random bits of script, I haven't done anything. Check if is trigger enter 2D collision of type. Oh, I guess the player is tagged as a player. So I could just do... So if collision dot... game object dot tag is equals player. I think that's how I do it. Print low, because we gotta figure out the opacity and stuff for that later. I think you check tags by a string. Okay. So I grab this guy, pop it right here. I can say goodbye. That way only the player is turning them on and off. Clear. So, hello, goodbye. Okay, so we'll need to adjust it a little bit to make it to where when I'm like... Because like, I could do some digging too and get like the sorting layer of that object, but that requires a lot of like... requires a lot of front end work to get that working. I think we just got to adjust where the thing actually goes, which isn't a big deal. Like literally all I got to do is figure out what point I turn invisible and make that where the trigger is. Okay, so what's happening here is we're still not setting the parent correctly. Because you'll see... No, we are. We are. It was just expanded out. Okay. That is neat. Okay, so now let me pop that tree back into this guy, because now what we want to know is the sprite, the color. Okay. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to get the renderer dot color dot green. There should be one for the alpha channel. Alpha equals 0.5. Not modify the return value of sprite render color because it is not a variable. Equals new 111.5 F. There we go. I'll make these all like, I'll make these constant variables here in a second once I got like them like sorted out and mostly working, so I only have to change it in like one spot. But now when I go behind these guys, they turn invisible. And actually, I didn't do a half bad job of lining it up for just throwing the collider on there. I can be a little bit more aggressive with the opacity. I think I do like 0.3. That's pretty good. I get some little artifacts still in the tile map. That's fine. Yeah, that's real wacky there. So like we're gonna have to do some funky things with the colliders, where like the collider for like a rock is probably actually gonna be like above the rock and not on the rock. So that way when I hit it, it's, yeah. I gotta figure out what I think what I really need to do is figure out where the center point of the player actually is. Because right now I think the center point of the player is actually like dead center of it, because I think the root has the sprite and I should pull the sprite into like a child of the player instead, so I can offset it correctly. That's pretty neat. Okay, so then what I can do here now is do private const color transparent equals this. It is constant. That literally is constant. Why am I... Whatever. I don't have to make it constant. I just kind of wanted it to, but... It's weird that I can't, like... The type color cannot be declared as constant. Okay, that... Sure. opaque equals new 1.1.1.1. So now I can just set this to transparent. I can set this to opaque. Private const. Well, this I know I can make const, so we're gonna put this up here. Private const string is gonna be player tag, which is gonna be equal to player. Just to get rid of these. Cool. Oh man, it's already 3:30. I'm gonna take a quick little break. I don't have my breaks. I broke OBS. If you guys were here when the stream started, I had the janky like little stream starting thing that said I broke OBS. Picture something cool here. So I think I'm gonna just leave stream up. I'm just gonna close my webcam out and mute my mic for a second. So we'll be right back.